Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are doing very well. Welcome to our science class. Today we will start lesson 4 in chapter 9, which is about what are some changes to matter. During this class time we will cover page between 379 until 381. So if you are ready, please open page 379 from your science book. Like you see here, cowboys used to sit around the campfire at night and tell tall tales. The campfire was their source of heat and light. It also was a way to cook dinner. Right now, let's click the circle one by one. For example,
this cowboy is going to use his rope to catch cattle. Can you do that? Notice how the rope's shape changes. Does this change what it is? No, it's still a rope. What did cowboys call their ropes? That's right, lassos.
Okay, like you see in this video, the change doesn't check it. A rope's shape changes. So, what about here?
Cowboys can talk for a long time. Thankfully, wood can burn for a long time too. As the cowboys told their tales, the wood was changing. You can see how it looks different already. By the next morning, there was no more wood. What happened to it? The fire changed the wood into ashes. Don't touch them. They're still hot.
Remember, fire changed the wood. In the beginning it was wood. Right now it looks like just ashes. Okay, what about their dinner?
After a long day, cowboys were hungry. What's in the pot? It's a mixture of meat and vegetables. The cowboys mixed all kinds of good stuff together in a pot and heated it over the campfire. Serve this stew in a bowl with some cornbread. You should try it sometime.
Okay, right now, by considering the information about the cowboys, let's answer this question. It's asking for how have these foods been changed to make a salad? What can we do to a salad? Okay, for example, I can cut tomato, I can cut the lettuce, right? So, let's answer this. The foods have been torn, sliced, and shredded to make a salad. These are all physical changes. During this class time, we will learn about physical changes and chemical changes. In the beginning, we talk about cowboys. So, when they burn the wood, what we said, in the beginning it was just wood. But after that it become ashes. So it will show a chemical change. But right now we will learn about physical changes. So let's answer this question. Lesson vocabulary. What we will learn? For example, we will learn about physical change. And we will learn about mixture, solution, dissolve, and chemical change during this class. Okay, now let's try to answer the question. It's asking for what are some ways you can change the paper clip like you see in this picture. So what can I do? What can we do? How can we change it? So we can untwist it, right? We can untwist the paper clip or attach it to another clip. How can we untwist? For example, like you see here. You can change its shape like this, or you can cut it like you see here. So let's read question 2. It's asking for after each change, are the kinds of matter the same or is a new kind of matter formed? What do you think about it? Our matter is same or is changed? The kinds of matter may look different. For example here, right now it looks kinda different. But the matter is same, we didn't change it. For example, a torn piece of tape is still tape. Like you see here, this is paper clip, is also a paper clip. But we just changed the shape. So it represents a physical change because the matter still is the same. What about question 3? So, what type of changes are these? I already answered this. What we said, physical or chemical changes. We say this is just a physical changes because remember, physical is just, for example, in paper clip, we just changed the shape. We didn't change the matter. In this situation, it's the physical change. Okay, right now please open page 380. Let's read it together. It says, a firefighter folds a piece of paper in half. Folds. Please circle it. She tears along the fold. Tears. Please circle it. Then she cuts out the shape of a truck. Cuts. Okay, remember, two physical properties have changed, size and shape. Even if you change size and their shape, it will be physical properties. The cut out truck is still paper. We didn't change the matter. It's still paper. The scraps are still paper. In a physical change, the kind of matter stays the same, like you see in our example. So, what is our physical changes? Folding, tearing, cutting, and more. Bending and shaping. So they all represent our physical change, because remember, in physical change the matter is still same. Okay, right now let's check. Many objects are made of one or more kinds of matter. A fire hose contains rubber and fabric. Cutting, bending, and shaping. Please circle them, because these are also represent for physical changes. Remember, cutting, bending, and shaping. The matter will be always same in physical changes. What about page 381? What is it asking for? It says, draw two pictures that show a hose before and after a physical change. Label your pictures to tell how the hose was changed. For example, I can label it like flat house. What is flat house? Like you see here, right? So this is my flat house, the blue shape. So I can make some different physical changes. I can cut it, I can roll it. So in this example, I'll rolled up for this flat house. So if I rolled up, it looks like this, right? I just changed the shape. It looks different right now, but it is still same. So I just rolled it up. But remember, the matter is still same. Because of this, it's just a physical changes. So let's read it together. It says, the firefighter sponge is torn. The big piece is a sponge. The little piece is also sponge. The kind of matter stayed the same. A physical change took place. Okay, right now let's check. It's asking for, how is folding a fire hose the same as cutting out a paper fire truck? How is same? So we can say both are physical changes. Why? Because we can change the shape of a fire hose like in this example, and the shape and size of paper by folding and cutting them. So remember, folding, cutting, shaping, they all represent my physical changes. So it is also an example for a physical changes. And please circle torn, because it also represents for physical changes. Okay, right now let's try to answer the new question. There is a red paper here. So what I'll do with them? For example, I'll make a heart with this red paper. I'll use this by cutting, by folding. So let's check. What is the heart made of? Like we said, it's just a paper, right? So the heart made of paper. What about the second question? What are the scraps that made of? Where are my scraps? Like you see here, this represents my scraps. By cutting, I just get them. So they're also paper, right? Because I just use paper to make a heart like you see here. So are the heart and scraps the same kind of matter? Like we say, this is also paper and the scraps is also paper. We will say yes, because both are paper. The matter is same. The matter is still paper. Was a new kind of matter formed when I cut out the hearts? Yes or no? What do you think? Like we said, the heart is also paper and the script is also paper, and in the beginning before cutting it was also paper. So it will be same. We can say no, it's not a new kind of matter because all of them are paper. So it is just a physical change because I just cut it, right? So it is just a physical change because the matter is still paper. Let's make a brainstorm together. It's asking for what are some physical changes that you make at school. Remember our classroom, remember our school, don't forget. So what can we say about physical changes at school? So let's check them. Write with a pencil on paper, erase incorrect answer. So this is just a physical changes, right? We can write it and we can erase it. We just make a physical change. What about the second one? It say tear paper out of a notebook. Sometimes you don't do it, okay? Don't waste your paper. So if you tear a paper, it is also physical change because the matter is still paper. In this situation, it will be just a physical change. What about the third one? Turn down the corner of a book to hold my place. So don't do this. But for example, sometimes we cannot find something where we are in this book. So we turn down the corner of a book. It is also represent a physical change because the matter is still paper. The matter is still same. Good. But let's continue. It say name one object that is made of more than one kind of matter. I just think about shoes, but if you want, you can give another example. For example, shoes. So it's asking for how could you make physical changes in that object. Shoes, remember our shoes. So first of all, we could tie or untie the laces, right? We do this all the time. So remember, this is tie the laces and this is untie the laces. Even if you tie or untie, the matter is still same. So it is just a physical change. Let's check the second one. It say we could scuff the toes like you see here. Sometimes we hit the wall, we hit the ball while playing football especially. So we could scuff the toes like you see in this picture. What else? We could take out the lining like you see here. This is the original one, but sometimes when we use them a long time, so it can be happen. This is also a physical change because the matter is still same, but it's change. It's change as physically. Okay? Good job. Thank you so much for listening. Take care of you.